Welcome to 5-Round MMA podcast number 19. Welcome back to 5-Round MMA. On this episode, we have a preview of UFC on Field, Gustafsson versus Mousasi. And we also have a recap of Bellator 94. Please welcome Alex Ramirez and Albert Cita.
Thank you very much. Our producer, Gamble Cita. As you just mentioned, Bellator 94, a lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
And also we have a preview of...
We have dinosaurs and drama.
Yeah, dinosaurs and cavemen walking around everywhere on Bellator, but we'll get to that a little later on. As for right now, we have latest news and headlines.
So we got two bouts for UFC 162. Cub Swanson versus Dennis Siver and Frankie Edgar versus Charles Oliveira.
Featherweight matchups, right?
Yeah, even though I would prefer seeing Frankie Edgar versus Cub Swanson.
Which was, I think, wanted to happen. Frank Yeager actually was calling out Cub Swanson, but Cub Swanson said,
Turned it down. That's a bad mistake for Cub Swanson.
Was he scared of Frank Yeager, you think?
If he's scared, he needs to man up. And if he's not scared, that's a bad business decision because Frankie Yeager has a big name. You win that, you get a title shot. And if you're not after a title, then I don't know why you're even in UFC.
Yeah, and actually, I think Dennis Seaver's a dangerous fight for him because Dennis Seaver's a lot of power. So.
And Dennis Seaver's on a tear in the featherweight division, too. So if he thinks he was taking the easy fight, I'm not too sure on that. Matter of fact, I think Dennis Seaver will beat Frankie Edgar.
There's no way.
I don't know about that.
I know
Cub Swanson destroys Dennis Seaver,
and then
but Frankie Edgar would win.
Frankie Edgar has a glass jaw, and Dennis Seaver has a kick to the face that will change it.
Yeah, but what about Charles Oliveira? I think he has the most to gain of all the other four guys. He beats Frankie Edgar. He's already ditched his fighter as it is. He made a big impact when he first came in. Now, if he beats Frankie Edgar, I mean, he's right out there for next title shot, I think.
And to tell the truth, we never really seen Frank Yeager's submissions defense, truly, because he never truly fought a jiu-jitsu guy. He's been fighting all these wrestlers, so it should be interesting.
And this should be, like, his really first test in the – I mean, obviously, Jose Aldo is a great test, but, like, if he can hang with the 145 guys, well, this would be an interesting test for Frank Yeager, I think, Charles Oliveira. So we shall see.
Next news, John Fitch versus Josh Berkman is to headline World Series of Fighting 3.
The fight Josh Berkman did not want, by the way, if he caught the last one.
And it's not going to be a championship match. Originally, they were trying to make it a championship match, but they said they're going to hold off a little bit on the belts, that the fighters established themselves, which that's respectable to do.
Yeah, but I guess John Fitch get his feet wet in the World Series of fighting, but this is a fight Berkman didn't want, but who does he think who has to beat to get the title shot? I mean, John Finch is a world-class fighter. He'd be champion anywhere except the UFC.
Technically, he's still ranked in the UFC.
Yeah. so yeah, I mean, like, I understand why Berkman doesn't want it because it's a dangerous fight for him.
Yeah.
But why would you not want to fight John Finch? He's a name, so you just main event, get money for it. Go get paid, Berkman.
So on the last one, the Broken Jaw Club, Greg Jackson not happy with the clock issue at World Series of Fighting on Arlovsky.
First of all, that club is getting pretty big. But, wait, what did they say? It went over like 8 seconds?
Like the first round was like 5 minutes, 8 seconds. So like as more news keeps coming out, this World Series of Fighting, the second one was kind of almost a disaster.
Yeah, first it was the ring was an issue.
The mat and then the padding.
And then the gloves.
And then Arlovsky had to wear UFC gloves.
Because they couldn't find any gloves that they had that fit him.
Yeah, I think they got like weighing issues too. Fighters getting their medical work.
That's what happens when your president's a fighter. Yeah. It didn't work for wrestling. Every single time a wrestler takes over wrestling, it is horrible. I don't care who out there thinks Hulk Hogan is doing TNA any favors. He's doing zero favors.
Podcast?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just saying, I got to compare my apples and oranges here. They're both fruits. We can talk about it.
Yeah, but I guess the biggest thing was like the time went over in the minute is when Arlovsky got his jaw broken. So Greg Jackson's big argument, if it stopped exactly at 5 minutes, he would have took those last few punches. Could have been a different fight. Yeah, and Arlovsky could be healthier, with the broken jaw. So I can see why he's mad, and I don't know who he can blame.
World Series bears start.
Do you guys see a rematch?
Get their stuff right.
No, I think I don't think Anthony Johnson wants it because he kept saying I'm one and done in heavyweight.
Yeah,
I can see why Arlovsky would want it, but Anthony Johnson, I think he's just kind of just.
No, he wants to go 205. There's no reason for him to be in heavyweight.
Yeah, he could be World Series of Fighting.
But dude, it's hard to get heavyweights as it is. I mean, I think UFC is starting to lose heavyweights. Imagine all these other Bellator and now World Series.
Yeah.
So hey, if you're big and can fight, you might want to jump into MMA.
Yeah. Just don't be scared to take a punch like Brock Lesnar.
Just don't be scared to get your jaw broken.
Yeah, well, we'll see how Cain Velasquez.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you're a World Series in Bellator, dog. You don't got to worry about Cain Velasquez.
He's far away. If you're heavyweight in the World Series in Bellator, you're far away from Cain Velasquez. So, but yeah, is that it for the latest headlines?
That's it for today.
All right, so stick around, guys. We'll have a recap of Bellator 94. Stick around, guys. All right, everybody. If you like what you hear out there and want to hear more of it, make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA and always check out the website, FiveRoundMMA.com. 5Round MMA is brought to you by SportsSceneTV.net. Get all your prep school sports information at SportsSceneTV.net. 5Round MMA is brought to you by True Athletes Training Systems. Unlock your inner athlete at TrueAthletes.com.
Drama on Spike TV. Now it's time for a recap on Bellator 94.
Yeah, Bellator this past Thursday had 2 tournament finals, lightweight and light heavyweight, and
I think we can all agree on the drama. Was it a
real dinosaur or a fake dinosaur?
Was it a Tyrannosaurus Rex or an Allosaurus? My personal opinion,
or a Velociraptor.
A Velociraptor, it could be. My personal opinion, I do think he was trying to go for the T-Rex. Obviously, he didn't do enough research because I think they already said that dinosaurs did have feathers, so that was a bad interpretation of a dinosaur.
Okay. So, in case you guys didn't see it, David Caveman Rickels got the grand entrance, got a prop puppet dinosaur to walk with him to the cage. He had a club in his hand and a tooth necklace, all that stuff.
People had cutouts of his face.
Yeah, but it's funny thing. I didn't see anything for Saeed Awaad. Nothing. I don't think his entrance was even filmed, right?
No, he was already in.
It was a commercial and cut straight to he's in the cage warming up, while Caveman gets a grand entrance.
That's some hating right there.
Yeah, but the most important part, the fight, which ended very controversially, I think. But prior to that, I think it was an entertaining fight as well. Saad took it to the ground, which was very surprising.
Yeah, I thought he was going to stand up and make with them, but then we find out afterwards
he broke his hand.
Yeah, he had a broken hand, so that's why he was going for all those takedowns.
But even that, he was still doing work.
He was easily winning the first and second round before we get to the big controversy that happened.
Yeah, so in case you guys didn't see it, towards the end of the second round, Awaad and Rickels started banging, and then right at the end of the round, Saad goes down, but it's one of those where you get knocked up and come right back again. We've all seen it 100 times. So as the fight ends, he's on the canvas, kind of catching his breath, collecting his thoughts. You can tell. The referee comes up to him, says something, and all of a sudden his waves will fight off.
Yeah, because it looked like Saab was he knew he was responsive and everything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he put his hands behind his head, and I think he was more frustrated than anything. That's what he was laying down there for. He just got rocked, but he wasn't out. I mean, as soon as the ref called it, he got up like, hey, what happened, man? Yeah,
he's obviously aware of everything, his surroundings, but
yeah,
it happened. If the fight were to continue the way it was going, I think Saad would have won.
Yeah, it would have been another good takedown in the third. Yeah. I mean, and even if he would have lost that third round, he had the first 2 in the bag.
Yeah. So but controversy as it is, but to Saad's credit, he was real sportsman. He didn't badmouth anybody. His tweets afterwards were.
Well, let's try to get Saad Awaad on 5 rounds. See what his thoughts are.
Yeah, Saad, you want to come on? Feel free to express yourself.
Hopefully, next week or 2 weeks, we can get him on here.
But yeah, he was very respectful. Didn't badmouth the referee, commissioner, anything like that. So,
but I don't think this really hurts him at all.
No,
I mean, he hasn't had a TKO loss like that since 2008.
Yeah,
he was on a 6-fight winning streak.
I don't even call it TKO loss, man. You can't even count that. It says in the record book, but he was.
That's true.
Yeah,
but 6-fight winning streak. I mean, this loss doesn't hurt him at all. That just puts him. I mean, it's more of a bigger title for Bellator. Let's see the return of Saab.
Yeah, he came into as a replacement in the beginning, took the tournament by fire. So, and he finished his fights. So when he's healthy, when his hands are broken.
No way does this hurt Bellator or Saab as far as career-wise.
Yeah. Now, for David Rickels, he has to wait for the winner of the Michael Chandler-Dave Jansen fight. So,
which will be Michael Chandler.
Yeah. Even Michael Chandler's even he tweeted out that night, another tournament final, just line him up.
It's funny. Ben Askren actually told Michael Chandler, dude, just do what I told him I want to do, fight both of them on the same day. And Michael Chandler's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I can take on both of them on the same day, which I do not oppose to. That's
probably, if anybody, Michael Chandler could do it. And but also the main event was a light heavyweight final. Emmanuel Newton against Mikhail Zayats, and Newton came out the winner of kind of a.
Yeah, I mean, some people said it was exciting. I didn't see it that exciting.
Yeah.
But it was actually the best thing that could happen to Bellator because now that Newton wins, hopefully he wins the title fight.
And it justifies.
And then it justifies King Mo's loss. And it's also the whole redemption thing in the next tournament.
Yeah.
So I think it all played out to the best for Bellator, for Newton to win it, and hopefully he wins the title.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the story of Bellator. As shaky as stuff always seems during the tournament, during broadcast,
it just works out.
It always works out at the end. Like I think, like whatever, like the Awaad thing and this one, like it always works out at the end for Bellator. I mean, what more can you ask for, right?
Yeah, it's something that UFC doesn't have.
Yeah,
that's a good chance. I mean, that's good luck.
Yeah, when it hits the fan for UFC, it's always pretty bad.
Yeah, they cancel events and stuff like that. But not Bellator, dog. If anything, it sprinkles a little bit more magic into it.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting. But I think that's it for Bellator 94. As for right now, we also have updated rankings, right? On our website, official 5
Go to
round rankings.
FiveRoundMMA.com. Check out our rankings. We actually put everybody together, not just UFC.
Yeah, so around the world of MMA, pro MMA fights. Like, for example, we have a flyweight, Daryl Montague's number 7, ranked flyweight. He's not in the UFC right now, but he's very close to being in the UFC.
And if you guys don't know who he is,
look him up.
Get to know him.
And also, we have Michael Chandler in our pound-for-pound list as number 10.
Yep.
So,
matter of fact, I mean, too bad he's not in the UFC, or he'd be a lot higher in our list.
Yeah. But something I thought you didn't like was Frankie Edgar, number 10 in the featherweight division, right?
Not only did I not like it, I was disgusted. I was disgusted that 5 Round MMA would do this. Why would Frankie Edgar be in the 10? Who has he beat in the featherweight division to be number 10?
It's kind of more. You don't think you don't see it as as a placeholder? If you beat Frankie, then you're in the top 10, maybe.
There's a reason.
Like you don't see if Charles Oliveira wins.
There's a reason why we did the March Madness thing, so we can play fantasy. Okay, this is no longer fantasy. This is reality. And the reality is Frankie Edgar has no wins in the featherweight division, so he should be unranked. Might as well put Chael Sonnen number 10 in light heavyweight.
I think he is.
Wow, Frankie Edgar should be number 2 on this list.
Number 2.
Number 2
on the featherweight pound for pound.
On the featherweight pound for pound.
Wow. I mean featherweight pound for pound.
Horrible.
Let's say if Charles Oliveira wins against Frankie Edgar, is he not number 10 now in the featherweight division?
No, he's like number 6, dog.
It makes you contradict yourself right
now. No, let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because he just beat the 155X champion.
So he should be number 6 at 155?
Yeah, so see if you were to put Frankie Edgar at number 10 at 155, I wouldn't disagree with you because he has wins at 155 and should be ranked at 155. He has no wins in featherweight. I don't know why he's ranked.
Oh, wow.
Good point, I guess.
Matter of fact, if it was the other way around and Frankie Edgar beat Charlie Oliveira, okay, he's at 10.
Okay, then we'll see that.
There's no way he's at 10. Frankie Edgar is not 10.
You're right. There's no way
he should be like number 2 or number 3.
No, he should be like number 30.
Your boy Clay Guido's not even on there.
He should go to the flyweights and probably be ranked because there's nobody ranked 10.
Clay actually won at featherweight, so he should be top 10.
See, there you go, man. Clay Guido should be 10 free. 5 Round MMA. I mean, we get it right 98% of the time. That should be our slogan.
It's only right when you put it on there.
Yeah, is that right? What about the middleweight division? I kind of switched a lot. I think Hector Lombard took a big dip. He's not out. He's not out of the top 5 now. Number 7. I think it's, after Vitor, I think the middle division is kind of shaky as the best because I mean,
I 100% agree with the way we have it here. I mean, this is way more accurate than what UFC has. I'll tell you that much.
You're crazy. You have 2 people 5-0 on the bottom of this. That should be on top. You have Vitor Belfort 3-2 on number 2. You have Okami 3-2.
Look, listen.
You have Brian Stan 2-3 above these guys.
Luke Rockhold, he's a good fighter, but he had nobody to fight with in Strikeforce. It's impossible we can put him up there until he gets his first UFC win.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman,
9-0.
He beat the recommending. Well, I already forgot his name because he's so irrelevant now. But who else? Other than him, who else? You really have to. I mean, Hector Lombard, he has lost those fights, but at the same time, I don't think he lost them. First of all, that's 1. 2. I mean, Hector Lombard always has a fighting chance to win every single fight.
A track record as well, too.
Yeah,
right?
and look at it. Look, 32 fights, won. Come on now. And you got 9 fights on Chris Weidman.
But you're looking at like 10-1, 9-0, and you have them towards the bottom.
Yeah, but they're there, though.
They're in the... He only has room to go up.
Look, I had a...
How do you have Costa Philippou up higher than these guys? Philippou is...
That's pretty easy, dog. He beat...
and he's 5-0 his last 5 fights.
Yeah, Tim Boach was like laying there for him. Taking shots left and right. I mean,
and that's why he's number 5, dog.
That's the Barbarians' problem right there.
Thanks for proving us right.
Well, if anything, it just proves that the middle division is certainly up for debate. I mean, like Chris Weidman had to talk his way into the title shot. I mean, he's 9-0.
Yeah.
But like, he did beat Mark Munoz. But his other fights, he was always late replacement fill-ins.
Your boy, Mark Munoz.
His boy, Mark Munoz.
I didn't even know his name. How is he my boy?
So anyway, so the rest of each division is on the website, What's Up Pound for Pound. Let's guys go and check it out. Let us know what you agree, disagree on.
Email us at FiveRoundMMA@gmail.com if you disagree. Send us yours. We can talk about it.
Yeah, more.
So check it out.
Check it out. That's it for right now. When we come back, we'll have a preview of UFC on Fuel, Gustafsson versus Mousasi. Stick around, guys. All right, everybody. If you like what you hear out there and want to hear more of it, make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA and always check out the website, FiveRoundMMA.com. 5RoundMMA is brought to you by SportsSceneTV.net. Get all your prep school sports information at SportsSceneTV.net. 5RoundMMA is brought to you by True Athletes Training Systems. Unlock your inner athlete at TrueAthletes.com.
Now we have fights from the UFC coming back this weekend, as we have UFC on Fuel, Gustafsson versus Mousasi.
Yeah, this Fuel TV card will be held in Sweden, the land of Gustafsson. He's main event, and interesting implications, I think, in this fight, this main event anyways, but we'll get to that before. Also, we have Ryan Couture against Ross Pearson. Ryan Couture making his debut in the UFC.
And already co-main eventing.
Yeah. I think it's like I said, it's Couture. He has a name to use. Couture in a headline, people will come and watch. But interesting, after all the drama between him and his father and the UFC, saying even though he'll be never allowed back into UFC arena, right?
Yeah, but your son can co-main event in his first fight.
Yeah, we'll still put your last name on billboards and stuff like that. But don't you dare
say UFC.
This is the first time he co-main events and the last time.
You think so?
I think so.
Hey man, Ross Pearson isn't that good, dude.
He did Ultimate Fighter winner though.
I mean, who cares? Ultimate.
Ryan Couture's not that good either. So
Ryan Couture's young still.
Yeah.
But I think interesting. I think more for Ryan Couture if he wins. A win over a tough enough winner.
Yeah.
Ross Pearson, if he loses,
you
lost to a guy. Brian was 22, 23 years old, I think.
Yeah,
I hope he proves me wrong though. I mean,
yeah. Honestly, Couture, I'm rooting for any Couture. So.
Yeah, if he wins, he's gonna be selling tickets left and right for UFC.
Yeah, I like how Randy Couture can't do other ventures, but yet Chuck Liddell could do a Miller Lite commercial when UFC is sponsored by Bud Light. So every week I watch Bellator, I see a Miller Lite commercial with Chuck Liddell in it. And Bellator is the main sponsor.
But it's perfectly fine.
Miller Lite. Yeah, but like Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture can't do it.
Rampage, don't wear Reebok because we're trying to get Nike.
Yeah. So where's the balance out there? But anyways, whatever. Any other bouts you see on the card you want to talk about, Albert?
Yeah,
let me bring something up before. Your boy, Matt Mitrione, is on this card.
I think that's important, right? Other bouts you want to talk about, Matt Mitrione?
That was not the matchup. I could care less. I'm not going to lie to you. This is what I call a bathroom break match. When they go up, that's when I hit the bathroom. Because when I come back, I can care less if Matt Mitrione's on the floor knocked out or Phil DeFry's in the ground knocked out. Matter of fact, I hope I come back and they're both on the floor knocked out, and I hope it's a double knockout.
So I think Matt Mitrione is going to win this fight, and he's going to put his stamp back into the
meatheads back on track.
He needs to stay focused and try and get that Roy Nelson rematch before he goes anywhere, first of all. And second of all, let's keep going down, and I'm going to tell you what really interests me in this card.
Okay.
And that's in the first fight in the welterweight division. Papi Abadibi.
You're excited about Papi Abdibi?
Yeah, Papi Abdibi.
He hasn't won in the UFC yet.
He has 2 losses in the UFC, but he was undefeated previously. But whoa.
This is because out with a cigar and a little hat, right?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He needs to join the TriStar Modeling Agency because Papi Abdibi got good style. But what I'm trying to say, hold on. All right, he was undefeated previously. Everybody knows you get the UFC jitters, whatever, and he lost by submissions, and some submissions that I think weren't technically good enough for him. He shouldn't have taken those submission losses. He probably could have got out of it, but because the whole UFC, and I think now that his
a panic attack or what?
Well, listen. Now that he has his back against the wall, he knows it's now or never, and he is a vicious fighter. And now that his back's against the wall, he's gonna actually show that he belongs in the UFC. So watch out for that fight. Quote me. You'll see it, and you'll see me dancing on the table next week when he gets that vicious win. Because Papi gonna win. Okay,
you're gonna be dancing because Matt Mitrione won.
I wouldn't even mention Matt Mitrione.
Also on the main card, we by the way, Papi's the first card on the Facebook.
That's on Facebook.
He's the very first fight when nobody's in the crowd. So
when you're checking your
that
status,
proves you what UFC thinks for him, right?
Well, he has 2 losses. I'm not mad.
I hope you're tweeting this out when you're the only one watching, puppy.
Oh yeah. So you better please go on Twitter and follow me because I'll be doing my live coverage of Papi. So make sure you tune in for that one.
Also, I thought interesting was on the main card you got featherweight former tough winner Diego Brandero, who had a lot of hype during the show. Nobody wanted to face him. He was terrifying, and all of a sudden he hasn't won since the Ultimate Fighter, right?
Well, he has 1 win, but he also has 1 loss. But as devastating as they build him, he shouldn't be where he's at.
Yeah.
And he's actually fighting Paulo Graça, who is a known fighter.
Yeah.
But it should be interesting. But, I can go as far as to say if he loses, he gets
it seemed like right after he won the Ultimate Fighter, it was talking about, I'll fight Jose Aldo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're already projecting him to fight Jose Aldo, and, like, it's kind of a big fall already, I think.
Yeah, and the next thing is Mike Easton versus Brad Pickett.
Yeah, a bantamweight match.
Both good fighters. Mike Easton's actually coming off.
Mike Easton.
The Hulk Mike Easton.
The purple
Bam, bam. That was the shout out to our technical. Big game. What do you call it? Mike Easton lost his last fight, but it was a hard fight. It was against someone that's very up there in the bantamweight division.
Yeah.
And Brad Pickett is no joke either. There's
2 tough dudes in the bantamweight division, man.
Eddie Wineland is his last loss, and Eddie Wineland isn't no joke. So this should be a very interesting fight, and also interesting how they will shape the bantamweight division.
Yeah, I think that honestly it's a tough division. There's a lot of tough dudes in that division.
Oh,
man.
yeah, man.
I mean, the top 10, top 15 guys, I think they all just beat up on each other.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to establish anybody in the bantamweight division because they're just brutal in there.
Yeah. But okay, we already know your thoughts on Matt Mitrione and Filter Fries, right? We got that covered?
Yeah, I got double knockout right here.
Oh, wow. Matt Mitrione is coming back. I'm telling you.
Meathead.
Yeah, the only way he's leaving the octagon is in a stretcher.
You think Filter Fries is capable of that?
But you know what? Yeah, Filter Fries is going to knock out Matt Mitrione.
Can we get a guarantee there?
I guarantee. You get the CETA guarantee, stamp it, approve it. Matt Mitrione's getting knocked out.
Now you're making Guillermo's game look bad.
Yeah.
Well, then he shouldn't have brought it up.
And also, I think the main event has a lot of implications. Alexander Gustafsson against Gegard Mousasi. And I was thinking about this card, but the main event especially, I think this is a #1 contender fight, I think the winner of this match should jump over Machida and have the right to fight John Bones Jones.
Well, you obviously you said 3 things wrong right now. One being that they're going to fight John Bones Jones because John Bones Jones ain't winning that fight.
Oh, yeah, the winner of the... Okay.
Yeah. So that was your first mistake, dog. Chael Sonnen's going to win that fight. Second of all is I don't know who Machida has to kill for him to... First
he
of all,
actually has to kill so people can watch.
Anyway, dog, look, listen. Even if they were to go, say, Alexander Gustafsson first contender match, I wouldn't even be mad at that, first of all. But second of all, it doesn't matter. All they're doing is setting people up for Machida to take down. He needs a couple more wins to remind people he is the greatest of all time. So, if anything, good. Now he could be Alexander Gustafsson. Now he could be Greg Mousasi. And he could be Chael Sonnen.
So, your mentality thinking is that John Jones isn't going to get past Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
So, Chael Sonnen is going to win, and then his first fight will be against Machida.
And if he doesn't take it, that's fine because I care more about Machida's legacy than the belt.
Okay.
And the more wins he has, the greater the legacy is.
So you're saying this fight should go straight to Machida and that determine number contender?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying this is basically a number contender match, right?
Yeah.
A number one contender match.
Yeah.
Okay. My thinking is that I don't see Chael Sonnen getting past John Jones.
I agree.
And I don't think even you set up Machida and John Jones too.
It's too soon already.
Yeah, it's been done already. And this one I think it's more than deserving. I mean, Alexander Gustafsson's 15-1. His one loss was to Phil Davis, but those are probably the top 2 prospects in the light heavyweight division. I mean, Phil Davis didn't pass his vet test when he got lost decisively to Rashad Evans, but Gustafsson did pass his vet test when he beat up Shogun.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
and I think they both do. I mean, not that John Bones Jones is going to win, but let's play our little fantasy game and say that John Bones Jones wins. Let's say he wins. It's an interesting matchup because Gustafsson has that. He has a long reach and he's tall too, so that cancels out John Bones Jones' biggest advantage, right?
Yeah.
Greg Mousasi is a knockout artist.
Yeah.
And John Bones Jones has a questionable chin, so both guys are very.
And for people who Mousassi's coming from Strikeforce. he's only 28 years old, but he has over
33 wins.
Yeah, he's 33.
And he has a win over Mark the Super Saiyan Hunt.
Yeah, like it's notable. Like he's beaten Hector Lombard, he's beaten Mark Hunt, he's beaten Chakra. I mean, his last loss was to King Mo, but that was a decision, and it was. Like, we all know King Mo tested positive for PEDs while in the Strike Force anyway, so who knows about that fight? And then he had a draw to Keith Jane, but I kind of chalked that up to like a lack of motivation. I'm pretty sure, I got to fight this guy.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to wake up and fight and be, I'm going to fight Gegard.
Yeah, and Mousasi's last decision victory was back in 2008. He finished his fights. So this should be, I mean, if he beats Gustafsson, he should be right up there in a top contention talk, I think. Even no more contender, I think. So I think this fight, like you said, maybe even, I didn't even think about them fighting to Machida. So, but. Yeah.
I think Son and John Bon Jones will take Mousasi over Machida, just on pay-per-view buys.
Do you think they'd fight Mousasi?
I think they would throw in Mousasi first.
You have to take into account how many, how can I say it without offending them? Lack of knowledge fans out there. They don't appreciate Machida's technical skills, and they like Chuck Liddell's beer gut slugger style. So
the Stephan Bonner Forrest Griffin fight that you love so much.
Yeah. Two guys with no knockout power and absolutely no skills, just swinging at each other.
So I guess
thing of beauty.
We should get back to instead of thinking about who they're going to fight next, they're actually fighting each other on this night.
Oh yeah.
So how do you see this fight breaking down?
It's actually a pretty good matchup. I like both fighters.
Yeah.
But I see Alexander Gustafsson's reach being the big factor, and also the whole point that Greg Mousasi's first fight in UFC. He has shown that he gets stage fright. He has shown that he does, when it comes to being the headline, he doesn't come and bring it. Yeah. So I think that's all going to be a factor, and Alex Gustafsson's going to win. And I think Mousasi's going to move down a weight class after this fight.
You think he'll go down 185?
Yeah, and he should.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the light heavyweights, he's kind of small. He's not as well defined, I guess. It's kind of in the Shogun era, you know what I mean? You wonder what they even lift weights at all.
Didn't Shogun knock out Machida?
That's back of the head, man. Come on. First of all, I don't know why we bring this up, because that was back of the head anyway. They need to go back and look at the commission on that one, but whatever.
Who do you have, Alex, on that fight?
Actually, I have probably Gustafsson. I think he's on a roll. He's in his home crowd. I think Mousasi. I think that as much as I think the UFC jitters is a real thing. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Guys just get kind of stage fright a little bit. Because I think once you get the UFC, they know there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah. You already reached the top.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, you're taking two steps back.
But I think Mousasi's a great world-class fighter. I think if he does lose, he'll bounce right back anyways.
And I'm pretty sure he'll drop a weight class.
Yeah, his records, he's a finisher.
And it's not like I'm counting him out. I mean, if Greg Mousasi wins, it wouldn't be a shocker. I mean...
Yeah, no, by no way would be really upset, I think. I think the stacks are too much against him. Gustafsson in his home. He's probably trained in his camp. He gets to go sleep in his own bed the night before, probably, so... But, yeah, I got Gustafsson. Who do you got?
Gustafsson.
Yeah. That's how it goes. But, yeah, anyways, is that it for the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stick around next week. Come back next week. So, we'll have a full recap of the Fuel card. We'll also have a preview of the tough finale. And we also have, this week, check out our special bracketology.
Yeah, we're going to have it up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Our bracketology.
Who did we have winning it all?
Well, that's surprising. You got to check it.
Surprise! You have to watch it.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to give a preview out.
No previews. No previews. You have to go and watch the show.
Check out. It will be up on Wednesday, so check that out. So make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. And always check out the website, FiveRoundMMA.com. Aubrey got some parting words.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that's been listening and continues to listen.
And for the feedback.
Yeah, and for the feedback. and thank you, our producer, Guillermo Cita, our executive producer, Anthony Soriana, our sound engineer, Ollie the Trolley, our technician, Big Game. Did I get it right? All right. See you guys next week.